All right, good evening. We'll call this meeting to order for the August 14th, 2025 Apple Valley City Council meeting. Welcome everyone this evening. For the audience members who have signed up to speak, as your item is called, please approach the podium, introduce yourself, give us your name and address for the record, and we'll call on you to speak at that point. The first item on our agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand as you're able and join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The next item on our agenda is to approve the agenda. And Tom, I know we had at least one item that was distributed.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Yes, we have one item to add to the agenda tonight. This was distributed in yesterday's packet. This is an item that it would be item 4Y on your consent agenda. It's to approve a special permit to move the picnic shelter that is currently in Kelly Park to the Hayes Park Youth Baseball Softball Complex.
Perfect, thank you. So we'll add that as 4Y to the agenda. And with that, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion from Councilmember Bergman, second from Councilmember Grendel. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed? The agenda is approved. The next item is our audience participation portion of the meeting. Excuse me. We have a total of 10 minutes for this item. This is for items that are not on our agenda. And the first to sign up was Beth. Beth, you want to come forward? I told you we'd get you up early.
Thank you. My name is Beth Lambert. I live at 15674 Duck Pond Way here in Apple Valley. And I'm here with a group of friends from the Apple Valley Senior Center. And we thank you all for the opportunity to talk with you tonight regarding our proposed changes to the Senior Center. We don't pretend to speak for everyone at the Senior Center. Last Thursday, I was there all day and went to everything that was meeting there that day. Most everything. I missed a few people going and coming. But I talked to 124 people, and 123 people agreed with our survey. And if I could give you a copy of that, just for your information.
Yeah, bring it up and we'll get it to our city clerk. You can bring it up. We'll get it to Christina when we're done. And then we'll make sure copies get distributed to everyone as well. So maybe.
That is a survey that we took. We believe that represents about, I think, 15% of the people. Other members got signatures on other days, on 2 other days. They were there part of the time and they got signatures. We had a total of 154 signatures. We think that represents about 15% of membership, not active membership. We have many more active members. I mean, less fewer active members than the total membership. Of the 123 people I spoke to, only one person did not sign the petition, and she came around the next day and wrote the exact same information on the form that she submitted where we were asked to make comments. I would expect that 90% of the people who regularly use the center would support that petition, though I can't prove that. But I just haven't run into anybody that didn't feel the same way that those of us who put it together did. And you have a copy of the petition. The consensus of opinion is we would rather have no changes to the senior center than to have the ones that are currently being proposed. For our senior center, we seniors need 4 things. And these are listed in the order that we need them. We want and need to be able to enter and exit the senior center through the doors we currently use, which are right by all the activities. We want and need our staff to remain in the center and not be relocated to the community center. We want and need, we want, this probably isn't a need, we want the coffee lounge, if possible, to be extended, but we don't want it moved across the way to the community center. We want and need more easily accessible restroom doors and comfort height toilets. Our senior center perfectly meets the needs of our population. We deeply appreciate the city's making this senior center possible. We believe that the plans as they are made make the senior center less accessible, less safe, and less conducive to enabling Apple Valley seniors to enjoy themselves, improve themselves, and contribute to the community. We also believe that honoring our request will save money, which could be used for more vital improvements to the community center. Thank you for hearing us. If you would like to know more about our input into the planning process, why we need and want these changes, and if you would like to hear from others here with me tonight, we have as much time as you do until it starts to get dark, and then we all have to go home because we don't drive after dark. Thank you very much, Mayor, and thank you, City Manager, for helping us and everyone on the council.
Thank you. Typically, this is a chance for us to receive information, not have a robust discussion on items this evening, so we appreciate the information. We certainly can reach out for more. I think you and I are going to talk tomorrow a little bit more, and we're happy to do that. So we had one other, Michael signed up as well. Michael, did you have anything you wanted to add? I just want to make sure before we open up to anyone else. No pressure. I know you were kind of a maybe, but
Sure, when everybody's looking. Mr. Mayor and Council, hi, Tom.
Hi.
Been a long time.
Sure.
can you state your name and address for the record?
Michael LaFave, and address is 1247 Spring Green Lane. I'm in Burnsville, but it's right on the border. And I used to live in Apple Valley, and we worked here for years.
Oh,
and
great.
years.
Thank you.
Okay. I turned 72 on Sunday, so that puts me as age to be at the senior center. I love change. I'm on my 4th or 5th yard redo at home, and everybody around me is all worked up about that. But I can understand most seniors don't like change, and this thing is really a big change for them. However, the entrance being centralized, I can see where that design makes a lot of sense. But for the seniors to be involved in an area where the kids are coming in and out of, even though the studies are out there that kids around seniors is really a good thing, keep everybody young, right? But too much activity in one space, and kids, you can tell them, here's your spot, but they're not going to stay in that spot. That's just being a kid. So I think it's wise to keep it separate if you can, but it's tough to govern more than one entrance. I know that. But that's for you to make that decision and somehow work it out so that it doesn't involve any extra troubles and the concerns that were just listed now. So on the record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a little on the process overall here. So we went with all of these large project changes, I would say even the small park changes, started with initial round of feedback, initial round of plans, and that gets us to where we are today, which is to get the feedback from the plans and go back and take that and figure out what we need to do from there. So that's kind of where we're at. We appreciate it. The writing helps, right? Because then those are a little easier to follow up on and understand. Councilmember Grendel.
Mr. Mayor, I might as well say what I said at the informal. Half of the names, I guess, don't live in Apple Valley that are on the petition. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Okay, that's what we were assuming, about half. And just so you know, whether it's Valleywood or the Aquatic Center, I've listened to people who pay taxes in Apple Valley, and I'm not sure. Does Burnsville have a senior center?
Yes.
They do. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Bergman.
And this is directed at the Eric and his staff. And it has, I'm just looking to see what's out there. So for staff, and a new project like this, we know there's other complexes throughout the state of Minnesota that are big. And so these individuals have asked for something in particular which has to do with the door, okay, and how it accesses. If you could get back to us during your whole process of this, let us know or let us see some things that has the same door at their community centers, or if there are other complexes which are big, and we all know where some of them are, or is their door combined where everything takes place? I'd like to see that if I could, please. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, John. All right, if that covers the comments, thank you all for coming. As I mentioned to a few of you, please feel free to get out while if you don't want to drive in the dark or just because you don't want to sit and listen to us. Either way, you don't need an excuse, but thanks for coming and thanks for the feedback. I want to give everybody just a second to find their way out so we don't disturb our next presenter. All right, the next item on our agenda is our consent agenda. These are items that are considered routine and will be enacted with a single motion unless a council member or a citizen requests to pull an item. Council members, any items you would like to pull from consent?
No.
All right, seeing none. Staff, any items to pull? Or staff, any in the audience, any items to pull? All right, seeing none, we'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion from council member Melander, second from Councilmember Hebert. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consent items carry unanimously. That brings us to our regular agenda. And item 5A, which is plan development number 1144, setback amendment, and Sydney has this one.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Tonight, I will be presenting to you a proposed text amendment to PD 1144 regarding the setback requirements. Specifically, you are asked to consider an ordinance to amend the plan development regarding the rear lot setback requirements for Zone 2. This PD was originally approved recently in April of 2025. Essentially, there was an oversight in the original approved ordinance that needs to be corrected. The site is located at the northwest corner of 157th Street West and English Avenue. This site, along with Zone 1 to the north, like I said, is a part of the recently approved PD 1144. Subject site is Zone 2, which is the site of the approved Orchard Place Apartments project. That site plan building permit authorization was also approved in April. The proposed amendment is as shown on the slide. The only amendment would be to the rear lot line setback requirements for Zone 2 as highlighted. So originally there was an oversight in the approved ordinance showing the setback requirement as 50 feet, but the approved site plan showed shows the setback as 12 feet. So staff is recommending to amend that to 10 feet in order to ensure that the building and site plan is in compliance with city code. This is the approved site plan for Orchard Place Apartments project. The front lot line is the lot line to the south along 157th Street West, and then the rear lot line would be to the north, highlighted in red. So the building, as shown in the approved plans, is 12 feet away from that lot line, and the ordinance amendment would make this site plan compliant with city code. The public hearing for the amendment was held at the August 6th Planning Commission meeting. There were no public comments received, and the Planning Commission recommended approval by a 5-0 vote. With that, city staff is recommending to pass the ordinance tonight, and then with the additional recommendation of waiving the second reading as well. I can stand for any questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Sydney. Any questions? All right, if that, we'll look for a motion to pass the ordinance amending Article 40, Plan Development Designation Number 1144 of City Code by revising the rear lot setback requirements for Zone 2, and that includes recommending waiving the second reading.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Motion from Councilmember Bergman, second from Councilmember
Go ahead.
Brent
Go ahead,
Hebert.
yeah.
All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed? That item carries. Thank you.
I just want to point out that Sydney is not only an active staff person
Thank
here,
you.
but she also was the host for one of our national night out parties that probably had 50 or 75 people, so you're an active resident too, so I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thanks for noticing that. All right, next item is 5B, which is to open the public hearing regarding the vacation of drainage and utility easements on lots 1 and 2, Block 3, Village at Founder's Circle. And Tim.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor and members of council, we have before you tonight just simply an opening of a hearing on a vacation of drainage and utility easements for the site location of our Central Village West site, also referred to previously as the 866 site at 7169 153rd. This is a brand new address that we're assigning to that proposed pickle hall development. Highlighted here up on the screen, the areas in gray are the existing easements that currently occupy the Lot 1, Lot 2 sites. Under the new plat, sorry, this will fade it out. A proposed plat will take care of new easements around the perimeter, so we need to get rid of those other ones that are in conflict with this plat. So tonight, we are asking to open a public hearing, but hold off on any action until the next meeting of August 28th, because we plan to bring this item and also the site plan, the final plat, at that next meeting at the request of the owner to be delayed to that meeting. So with tonight, you can open the public hearing, record any comments, but hold off anything for final actions until the 28th. With that, I'll stand for any questions.
All right, any questions for Tim? If not, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Anyone who would like to speak to this item? Anyone who would like to speak? One last opportunity. We'll go ahead and hold this public hearing open until our next meeting. There's no action required on this evening. What an anticlimactic way to end a regular agenda without any action items. With that, that brings us to our staff and council communications. And Tom, do you have anything from staff?
Mr. Mayor, yes, I do. 3 updates for the council and for the community tonight. The first one involves the Metropolitan Airports Commission and work that is just about to begin on their runway construction project. So you may recall back in mid-April through the end of May, they had a runway closed at the airport, and that forced some traffic to be different than what was normal, and Apple Valley experienced some more air traffic overflights during that period of time. During the peak of summer travel, they did not have any construction going on, but that is about to resume again. That will resume here on Monday, August 18th, and that will go through September 26th. So citizens may see some aircraft in places where they normally are not, experience some additional aircraft noise concerns over that period of time. The Metropolitan Airports Commission does have a website that allows people to file complaints about noise. If you'd like to do that, that is certainly an option. We just want to let the community know that for about the next month and a half, we're going to see some planes in spots where they are not normally seen, and we'll experience some noise as a result of that. The second 2 that I have are parks related. So Splash Valley Water Park has had a good season this year, and just a reminder that that will close at this time of the year. We start to lose our lifeguards off to college and our lifeguards headed back to high school. So the last day at the Splash Valley Water Park will be August 20th. So if you'd like to visit the Splash Valley Water Park here yet this year, just a few more days in which to do that. And the last item I have is just a reminder of Music in Kelly Park. That series continues. You know that Kelly Park is under construction in a very noticeable way at this point, but the Music in Kelly Park is still continuing for the next 2 Fridays. This Friday, the 15th, tomorrow night, that's Michael Monroe will be performing at Kelly Park. So even though it's under construction, the music series will still go on for another 2 weeks. Please feel free to come out and enjoy some great, hopefully Minnesota weather and some good music.
Great, thank you, Tom. You had an airport item, and we can't have an airport item without recognizing Councilmember Bergman. I'm in all seriousness, a time you put into NOC and representing the city and our other communities. It's we all have thankless jobs. This might be right up there on the top of the list, but it is appreciated, so thank you, John.
Thanks. If I may, I think you saw me reach for the light. And what City Administrator Lowell had stated, the last few days, I've taken some interesting conversation about how come all the noise now? And I go, well, how about the winds? So just remember, folks, that the winds have a lot to do with where the airplanes fly. It'll be, and they were flying their normal routes right now, but they were low and going through the area, and people were going, wait a minute, they're noisy. So we'll go back to what Lowell had to say, and it should be fine, but after this, there shouldn't be anything for the next 10 years is what they're saying, so we should be good.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
I think I'll add, although it's been a while, on August, 5th, I believe, was Night to Unite. I think that's the right date. Thank you to Chief Francis and your officers who probably all put in a full shift before you jumped in cars and vehicles and UTVs and went out to visit neighborhood parks and meetings and parties and all that good stuff, and as well as our firefighters who also jumped on their trucks, probably taking time away from their own neighborhood parties. You know, and as we've had the last few years, we had a number of staff members out as well. So our Community Development Director, Tim Benetti, was there. Matt, I think you were out at some parties, and I'm probably missing some because Eric was out, and so it was great to just have that chance. And to those folks who opened their parties to us, thank you for letting us come crash your parties that evening as well. It was fun to see everybody. Any other
That was
comments?
along too, Public Works.
Did I miss Matt? Okay, Matt, you were along. So anybody I missed, since I wasn't with you, I apologize for missing you, but do appreciate you being there. Any other comments, council comments this evening? All right, we're on to our calendar of events. Our next regular city council meeting is Thursday, October 28th, 2025 at 7 p.m. And we also have a special informal that evening as well. Councilman, yes.
Mayor, it's August,
What did I say?
October.
October? It actually says August here. Yes, thank you.
Good.
Thank you. We'll check my reading comprehension later. So our next regular city council meeting is Thursday, August 28th, 2025 at 7. And we have a special informal that evening as well. With that, do we have a motion to approve the calendar of upcoming events?
Moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilmember Grandola, a second from Councilmember Hebert. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
And do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion from Councilmember Grandola, a second from Councilmember Melander. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
And we're adjourned. Thank you.